Morning, neighbors. July 1, 2020. Here we are. 2020. You know, when you're in July in Squarebanks and it's sunny, it's nice, but you're on the other side of the equinox and I can see it, I can feel it a little bit in the shadows. I hate to be a down person, but I can feel the shadows are a little longer. The angle of the sun's a little different coming over the greenhouse because, yeah, it's going to start getting short. Sorry. Wait. Wow. Wow. That's me, man. Always worrying like 10 steps ahead. Um, I'd like to argue that it helps me soak in the moment more. They're like, I only got this much time. I go on vacation with my buddy and my son and stuff, and we'd be in Hawaii. Like, only 10 and a half days left. I'm like, dude, chill. Like, yeah, but you gotta, and then I've done that a lot. I've done that a lot. Okay, I'm just going back there. This podcast is, hopefully I get my buddy Michael Schaefer on the line. I want him to tell a couple jokes. I want him to share with us what he's been doing this summer and a little bit about his adventures. And he's a Fairbanks neighbor, right down the road. Bam! He's been over here a couple times. I've been over there a few times. We've all been over to Johnny's a couple times playing cards. We like to go to Vegas. Those guys were the ones who showed me how to go to Vegas. Really, yeah. Michael's more of a go to as many places as you can and play small time poker. That's his game, and that's fun because you just bounce. You don't spend a lot of money. You see people, and it's a good time. Johnny's game is a little bit different. It's more of a how much money can I win as fast as possible scheme, which of course can equate to how much money can I lose as fast as possible scheme. But both fun times, but fun dudes. I want to talk to Michael Schaefer. I hope I get him here. Um, so I was just going to tell you about a little bit about me waking up in the summertime. I have different projects going on. I have the basement project. That's huge. I'm insulating and finishing the basement. I don't know what I'm doing. Luckily, I have some friends who are helping me. Um, a friend of mine has me help him mow lawns, two or three or four properties. I do that once or twice a week. That's fun. Um, so I got that going on. I got the yard going on. I got all these things going on every morning. I'm like, okay, what am I gonna do? And it's always interesting to see what I end up doing because I don't know. I just like see. I'm just watching. Let's see what he does, and then I go over there and start doing something. Like, wow, knock down that tree. So I've knocked down three huge prominent trees in my property recently, and they all started as like I gotta trim that tree up, and then I just started getting hungry for like the hack, and then I every single one of them I hacked it down to a nub, and then looked back and went like, "Whoo, went a little crazy on that one." And then like forgot that experience and moved on to another tree and kind of just like started at the top and going down, 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 and then like got all sweaty and came back out and looked at it. It's a little nub. Like, oh. So real clear around my property recently. That's fun. I mean, right now, I like it. Um, but I don't have a truck right now. So my vehicle is being fixed. I had got a tail light out because I went to Detroit last November with my buddy Joel, and we went to Detroit. I've never been to Michigan before. Good people, salt of the earth types people. Kind of remind me of my home base here. Anyway, we went there and we kind of got in the culture of like going to bars and getting some good beer, local beer, Detroit slice of pizza, maybe a burger. It was a good time, and of course, come back here from all that sport eventing. Went to a lot of sports, and we ate a lot of good food and drank some beer. And I had that vibe going here in Squarebanks, Alaska. So I came back, and that week after I hung out with Joel, I was going to Brewster's after work. I'd sit at the bar like a dude. I always looked at people who sat at bars and were like, "Oh, you sit at bars? Huh, that's a move, huh?" And I never did. And I just came back from Detroit and like, "This is my bar. Sit up there." Some little rookie boy looking at me saying like, "Oh, that guy sits at a bar." I just went out there, beer and give me a menu. Anyway, so I went to Brewster's. I went to Big Daddy's. One time I was just having fun with the beer and brew. I wasn't drunk, but I was in a big empty parking lot, gonna back out of the Big Daddy's big empty parking lot, and I was gonna do a no look on it, and I hit a dumpster, and then it took out the light, but then it bent a bunch of other stuff. So $500 deductible, they're gonna fix the whole thing. I don't know if it's worth it. $3,000 worth of damage, $500 deductible. I feel like a bougie, but whatever. So I don't have a car right now, and I don't have a truck. I mean, I don't have a vehicle. It's a truck. Um, and I woke up the other morning, kind of. If I wake up and I don't have my coffee and I don't get my morning ritual going, my morning ritual involves about 3 or 4 elements. Uh, I just sit there and kind of sometimes I lash out in a text, or sometimes I do something weird in an email. But it's like when I wake up, I'm almost full of angst, or I'm just like my mind isn't relaxed enough to say, "Hey, you sure you want to do that, cowboy?" It doesn't do that. It just like, there, go. So I sometimes it's good. I don't know. I just like picked up my phone and I went right to the Fairbanks, Facebook dating app thing. They have this dating thing they're promoting, trying to get people to hook up. Covidials. That's the new generation. Anyway, um, so I got on there and I like Facebook dating. Let's just see who's out there. It might be a girl, because everybody I know who has podcasts. I've been listening to podcasts. So I'm like, I'm gonna have podcasts, and now I have a podcast. They're all normal people who are married, and they're all like, yeah, well, my wife, and she lets me, and I can, and we. I'm like, fuck. Okay, so obviously I don't have a wife. I have a son. I don't have a girlfriend. I'm single. So that's the game I play. And I'm waking up one morning and I go, I'm going to get on this dating thing and see what it's all about. And I start poking around. First of all, it's this like thing I'm already annoyed with, because you have to put in all this information. And you gotta like, you have my profile shit. Why don't you just use that? And then you have to pick a picture, but none of my pictures are very good. There one is a joke picture because I thought it was hilarious because it was a school picture and I'm going like that. And so I put that up there because that was the only like one that was sort of normal. Everything else is like, I don't know. I just don't like putting my face on there because, man, it's me. So I did that. I did this, and then I'm halfway through it. And I just stop. I'm like, this is stupid. This is dumb. And I just stop, and then I go do something else. And then I come back to it, and it says, somebody has liked your profile. And I'm like, wait a second. I stopped. I didn't go through with that. And then there was this other thing that popped up, and it said, your profile setting bullshit is not done yet. You have to complete it. Not everyone may be able to see your profile because of this, but like some people can. Anyway, this one chick, she's like 50. She has a nice thing. It was hilarious. It said she's not attractive at all to me, whatever. She was just like a Fairbanks chick, and she said like, I'm funnier in real life or something. Or she said that she likes to make jokes and she is funny in all caps, which I don't know, that's kind of cool. But then there was kind of a joke in there. She said, description, weight, like kind of big girl, a lot fatter in person. That's good. Maybe that's not hers. But so I saw this and I'm like, and I just like canceled everything and made sure I got the hell out of there. That's me. That's probably why I don't have a girlfriend or why I'm single. I just get the fuck out. Get the fuck out, people. Pressure. Things. Okay. So then I go drop off the truck yesterday. And or it was 2 days ago. And I'm dropping off the truck, and I go in there, and nobody's at the desk, but I've been talking to this girl at the desk for a long time, or a couple times, and I know her. She's like, or just know who I've been talking to. I have her as this younger girl in my head, but nobody's there, and I'm waiting. And then this girl comes from around the corner, and I'm like, hey, holy fuck, is that the chick who liked my dating profile thing? Big girl, ha ha ha, laughing. But and it could be all in my head. She goes to her the paper and says, let's see, what's your name? Robertson, here it is. And I'm like, looked a little forced. I mean, I didn't know. And then I'm like, okay, cool, yeah, to get out. And then that was the whole story. But it was freaking annoying. This town is too damn small. So she was fatter in person. Just want to put that out there. I'm not sure if it was the same girl. She actually, now that I'm thinking about it, this girl might be different. I don't know, but that's just such a weird thing. Then there's some other side stories to that. I'll go into it later. Well, this some front. I'll tell you this. I'll tell you later. Okay. I hope you have a wonderful time listening to my friend Michael Schaefer. I'm gonna give him a Zoom call here. We're just gonna rap a fat scat. He's gonna tell some funny jokes. He always do. He always be telling the funny jokes. You know that about Michael. Okay. Thank you for listening. Oh, I forgot the sponsor today. Derp. Today's sponsor is the food truck on Van Horn, and I think Industrial Way or something like that. Isn't everything on Industrial Way and Van Horn? Every time I hear about Van Horn, I hear about Industrial Way. What the fuck? So it's this taco place. I don't know the name. I think it might be. Oh gosh, I want to say El Ranchero, although I don't like that name. Is that and I have never eaten at this place. I'm saying go there because they have got good reviews, and I'm gonna go there soon. But it looks like a street taco situation. You get like 3 corn tortilla tacos, and he has this like super asada day or something, and it's like asada steak with bacon in it, and it looks killer on the pictures. But then it looks like all the accoutrement, all the good stuff, salsas, and like maybe even some shredded cabbagey looking stuff. I don't know. It kind of looks authentic, cilantro for sure, and it looks all good. And then he has whatever you call it, El Pastor. I think he has that up there, and then some other stuff. So go there, go to that guy. Just go to Van Horn, find the taco guy. What you do is you get on Facebook and you do a food truck little follow thing, and check out the taco pictures. That's the guy I'm talking about. Okay, go there. Michael Schaefer.